I made it to year 2 of my PhD program. Now, a lot of the times when you're a second year PhD student, the other students that are coming into the program when they're a first year, they look at you sometimes as somebody who's like the harbor of knowledge and things of that nature. But I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing second year PhD students told me when I was in my first year. I am still maneuvering and figuring it out. During my first year of the PhD program, there were some second year students and even a third year student that I had in my cohort, depending on the classes that I chose. And whenever I ran across them, I always asked, how is it so far? How are you managing the readings, the assignments? What about your dissertation topic and things of that nature? And mind you, they're in their second to third year. The third year I spoke to, he was a little more mapped out, had things structured to the way he liked it. But the second years that I spoke to, they were like, listen, I'm still figuring it out, which is fine because now I'm in my second year and I came across first year PhD students and they're asking me the same thing. Like, how was the course load? How much of your dissertation paper have you wrote already? And it's a lot of questions being asked, but I'm in my second year. I'm still maneuvering. I'm still learning concepts. I'm still new to certain knowledge that is being taught to me. I find myself telling them, I'm still learning. The reason why I'm bringing up my experiences and other PhD students' experiences is because there's one key element that ties into all of us asking each other, how are you doing this? What tips and tricks do you have to maneuver through this, that, and the third? Is one common factor, which is imposter syndrome. It's perfectly normal. You did the interview, you got accepted. Now you're in the program just trying to figure out how to maneuver within the program. A lot of the times you're going to be in courses where you have second and third year students that's been in the program and they seem like they got it all together, but they're also learning just like you. In my first year, I was very confident, but there were days where I was like, I don't know what's going on in class. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this means conceptually. I don't know how to contextualize this. It's okay to feel lost. What I witnessed and experienced throughout my program was the person who's the most lost and ask the most questions benefit the most. Experience-wise, of course. If you sit in the classroom, you don't know what's going on, and you're too scared to mingle, ask questions, you're gonna put yourself in a hole that you cannot dig yourself out of. What you need to understand is that you interviewed and you were accepted into this program for a reason. They seen something in you and realized, you know what, you would be a great addition to the program. So you earned your spot. I've had some dark days where I thought, man, do I even belong in this class? Do I even belong in the program? And it's not until I speak to an advisor or speak to my other professors and just get their thoughts on assignments, on what I should add in my dissertation, to where I kind of realized, hey, I'm doing okay. And they let me know, man, you're doing okay, you're killing it. So that's another thing, speak to your advisor. My first year, I was very independent. And towards the summer, me and my advisor, we had a chat, we met via Zoom, and we came up with a game plan that would help me mentally progress throughout the PhD program. It was only when I sat with my advisor or I spoke to my professors and just got my questions off about things that were kind of bugging me or things that I was inquisitive about that I felt the weight being lifted off my shoulders. I felt 10 times better when I just sat and spoke. And also, if you have a cohort and you can build a community within your cohort, I strongly advise you to do this. Having a group of acquaintances that's within your PhD program where you message each other on WhatsApp, help each other, give each other tips and tricks, that will greatly impact your progression throughout the program. What I'm basically saying is, do not tuck into your turtle shell and isolate. If you isolate while you're in a PhD program, you are doing yourself a disservice. There were so many times where I listened to a cohort's ideas to where a light bulb of my own popped off in my head and I went, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I can actually incorporate this type of idea or this type of angle into my own work. Collaboration is very important. If you find yourself in a classroom where you don't know what's going on, some things are being said that are kind of confusing, ask questions. I promise no one will think less of you if you ask questions. Like I said, if you feel like you're out of place, if you feel like you're not smart enough to be in the PhD program that you were accepted into, stop. Take a deep breath. Speak to whoever you can confide in, whether that's an advisor, a professor, your cohort, or a friend. Talk to somebody. Let them know what's going on, and I guarantee you they will reassure you that you have nothing to worry about. Imposter syndrome is very much real, and if you're not careful, it will be the reason why you do not finish the PhD program. Learn the new knowledge that you're being taught, use your wits, put it to the test, and I guarantee you will be successful. In my opinion, there's a bevy of things you can do to combat imposter syndrome. I just like to stay active physically. I go to the gym, I lift so I can free my mind, or do yoga, do breathing activities, or like I mentioned before, get in the group chat. Create a group chat on WhatsApp, iMessage, whatever the case may be. Just create a group chat with your cohort. They'll be more receptive to talking and sharing resources in a group chat than not. Do not isolate yourself. It's a recipe for disaster. Take a deep breath, plug the fan in, cool off, and get right back to it. Everything is going to be fine. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.